Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how you can watch the American version of Netflix in Ireland, Canada, Denmark, Norway, UK, anywhere in Europe, basically anywhere where you can get Netflix. Now, the reason why people want to do this is, although Netflix is a global application, there are lots and lots of different versions. There's a Canadian version of Netflix and British version of Netflix, a German version. And they all have different content. Now, the one defining thing about this really is that the US version of Netflix has loads and loads, and I mean thousands of more films, movies, TV series, stuff like that, than all the others. Not quite sure that. Perhaps it's an American company, bigger market, that sort of thing. But anyway, lots of people obviously are rather keen to get the American version because there's more stuff on it. Now, there are occasionally a few exceptions where there might be something on the British Netflix that's not on the US Netflix, but generally the US one's got most of all the other content. There may be some differences with different languages as well, but if you're looking at English speaking, American Netflix is the best one. Okay, but what happens if I'm in the UK and I go to Netflix? I get the standard version. Let me just log on there. Netflix. If I go to Netflix, I'll get the UK version of Netflix because that's where I am. Sorry, that's been a bit slow. Let me just start my browser again. I was messing around with it. Netflix, okay, and I'll log in. Now, sometimes they're a bit difficult to check which version you've got. So as a demonstration, I'll put Lost, which is a sci-fi series that I started watching on British Netflix, and then they got rid of it. It's not currently on there. Can you see it's Lost is unavailable to stream? I'll just use this as a demonstration to show you how we switch versions. So I'm in the British version of Netflix here. Loads of great stuff, not complaining, but the American stuff has loads more. So let me close that down and I'll show you the way to change it. Now, there are a few different versions. On a PC, you can use proxies, VPNs and stuff like that, and they all work great. But there's a new version, and I think this is the way forward because it's so much simpler than all the others. Let me just show you. It's called Smart DNS, and it actually, let's see, actually allows you to switch between all different versions of things like BBC iPlayer and Hulu and stuff. It takes down all the blocks, and you don't need a very fast connection for it because it doesn't slow your computer down at all. And what all you do is change the DNS settings on your computer. Right, I'll just go and show you how it's done here. Now I'm on Windows 7 here. If you're a different version, you'll find a different one. You go into the local area connection status, properties, Internet Protocol version 4, TCP IP version 4, properties. And here's all our IP address stuff. I'm using a static IP address. You might have one automatically set. There's my internal IP address, subnet mask, and my default gateway, which is actually my modem stroke access point. And that's acting as my DNS server at the moment, excuse me. But I'm going to change this to a smart DNS server. So I'm going to blur this out. You need to have an account for this to work. They're not free. You can find free ones, but they don't last long and they disappear every couple of hours. They're a bit of a nightmare to use. So I basically set a smart DNS server with a company that I've got a smart DNS account with. It's very cheap. Cost me virtually nothing. A few bucks a month. And I'm going to OK that, close. And I am going to, just as a precaution, you don't need to do this, but sometimes it gets a bit confused, so I'm going to flush my DNS cache just so it doesn't keep the old version in there. Okay, don't bother with that. I'm just doing it because I've been to one version, I'm going to another now. And I'm going to go back and see if I can get the American version of Netflix. So let's go to netflix.com and it's logging me in now. And I'll just go in. I've gone into my account and I've gone into a version of Netflix. And just to demonstrate, as you can remember, I couldn't access Lost before. I'll just show you now because I know Lost is on the American version of Netflix, and you can see there. Hopefully you remember on the other version, the UK version, it wasn't there. This one, I can watch Lost, so it's all up and running. And this is because what Smart DN is doing is filtering just the country-specific requests. It's not routing all my connection through another server like a proxy or a VPN can do it. It's just doing that sort of country-specific stuff. So it means once you've got this set, you can watch the American version Netflix wherever you like. Denmark, Germany, UK, Canada. You can probably use it in countries that don't even have Netflix. I've not actually tried that, but I don't really see a reason why it wouldn't work. As long as you need a Netflix account. This is not a free piratey sort of thing. It's just pointing you at a different version. It's simple to use. Smart DNS, the benefits of it is you can go and all you need to do is change that DNS setting. So you can go into your games console, your smart TV, your router, your smartphone. Just change the DNS settings for your Wi-Fi connection, and you can watch this version. It works great for others as well. I can go into Hulu, BBC iPlayer. I can get rid of all the country restrictions as long as it's set up with Smart DNS, which the company do it. I say it costs a few bucks a month. The main drawback is you need to register your IP address with them. So if your IP address changes a lot, you have to go and re-register. It only takes about 10 seconds, but it could be a pain for some people if your IP address changed a lot. Okay, I'm going to finish that now. I'm just going to close that down, and I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and hopefully it's been useful. Thank you. Bye.